Yeah, so Albania was absolutely amazing. I actually met up with one of my current followers, and that current follower was actually one guy from Albania. We met up. I basically got a really, really good understanding about his whole situation, also about his dad, about like an earthquake that happened in his house, and his house got destroyed and everything like that. And basically, I paid for the food there for like €5, and I gave €20 back to him and his dad. They became all emotional, and I'm planning to basically help him set up his Instagram business and theme page, whatever. And even if he makes $100 per month, he's still making like a really, really good salary for Albania. And he basically shared his situation. So he his dad was basically earning like €10 per day or something. So for like 10 or 12 hours of work, €10, and yeah, it was absolutely crazy to be honest to kind of see how well off most of everyone in the world actually is. If you have a roof over your head, if you have good relationships, if you have food on the table, you're good off, right? You don't have anything to complain about. And that was kind of like a moment where I was like, holy shit, man, like I have it so much better than a lot of people. And it's not to be like bragging, but it's more so to realize for myself, like, you've got to be more grateful and appreciate the little things that you have right now. So that was absolutely crazy, especially like seeing him and his dad in Albania, traveling 4 to 5 hours to meet up with me. Meanwhile, they earned like €10 per hour, right? Or €10 per day, and like €1 an hour. So to me, it was pretty crazy to kind of see the differences in income as well. To be like, me earning 20, 25, 30K a month, and them, €1 an hour, and them struggling to actually come by the next day, right? To actually find food, to put food on the table for the next day. And basically what I did was I sent them €250 through bank transfer, just to kind of kickstart them on like a new path. And I hope they're going to use it for their family and everything like that. Also, Klaus, the person who I basically met up with, if you're watching this, appreciate you, man. And I know you're going to crush it inside of this program. And I basically gave him free access to our top program. So I'm pretty keen to see how well he actually does. And we actually just did a whole restructuring of the program. Um, we did a 50 a month one, like I probably proposed to a few of you, and we're not going to do any 50 a month one pretty soon anymore. We are going to offer it to just a few people, but the thing is that we're going to put so much focus into our top clients. I had a few calls today and the last couple of weeks with really, 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 really big guys that basically saw my entire new offer, which I was restructuring for the last 2 months. And they said, Alex, you can sell this for 10K if you want to. So I was like, good to know. And now I know what I'm going to be selling it for. Not for 10K, but like my price is good. And overall, like, not underestimating what you can do for people, like me helping people or my top client, earn 1 million a year, but then the worst client having 10K followers. That's a really, really big difference. But still, the worst client that we ever had just got 10K followers, right? So in that way, it's good and bad. But yeah, basically, we're done with restructuring the program right now. I'm gonna document the journey of the guy that I gave access to our entire program. His name is Klaus. He's from Albania, and I hope to travel to Albania soon, like in the next 6 months or next 12 months, again to meet up with his family and to meet his whole family instead of just him and his dad. I'm gonna be posting about it on Instagram soon, but for now, he's just gonna crush it, and I'm not gonna be promoting shit if he doesn't, crush it himself as well. I'm just going to be telling people what it was about. And even if it goes like both ways, even if he doesn't do shit, you can still get a very good lesson out of it, which means that you can't always, I wouldn't say trust, but I would say you can't always expect people to achieve shit for free, right? There's a lot of free information on the internet, also knowledge that I share on YouTube, and it's all for free, right? But the whole thing is, what do you actually do with it? Like, I know I gave Frosty Dog, I think, a Wi Fi, or Frosty Dog also the opportunity to go into the 50 a month one, right? Because I know it will be life changing. But you make your own decisions, and you have to be super, super aware of them. the amount I invested into myself as well, the amount that other people invested in themselves as well. You know, like, there's a reason why people get to the point where they're at right now. So I just want to leave it at that. And especially when I look at the guy that joined our program for free, also to help him out, also to get him good results. And my goal with him is just to get him $100 a month, so he can actually, you know, not worry about fucking food the next day. Like, just for your realization, do you understand how fucking crazy that is? You sitting here listening on a Discord, you sitting here on your ass, and, you know, having it all fun, and having it all good, and, you know, being able to do everything you possibly want to do, but still complaining about so much shit. Like, do you understand do you even, like, have a grasp of, like, how well off maybe you guys, I'm not sure what your situation is, so I'm not talking to specifically you guys, but to other people maybe listening to this as well. Like, just ask yourself, do you have a roof over your head? Do you have food and actually stuff to eat? Do you have a good family? Do you have good relationships? Do you have good health? Do people around you have good health? And that's it. That's all you fucking need. Literally. Of course, money is a big thing to that, but if those first fundamental things aren't in place, you're fucked. You're fucked, right? And there are so many people in the world that are fucked in the way of not having those primary things in place. I'm actually going to show it to you in a pyramid. It's called the pyramid of Maslow. Here you go. Let me just share my screen real quick. Okay, so this stuff. First, people start off with sociological needs, if I say that right. So that means air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing. Then safety needs, personal security, so employment, resources, health, property. Love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection. Esteem, respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, and freedom. And self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. And these are literally all the steps that people can, you know, go through. You have all sorts of variables here, but the actualization, if I say that right, is kind of like the last step in that whole pyramid. And a lot of people in the world actually don't even go above level 3 or even 2. They have, or maybe even not 1. They have a few components in 1. Like, just try to imagine for yourself as well right now how well off you are. Just sit here, right? You can leave if you want to. I really don't give a shit. You can leave this call if you want to, but you can also stay and just do a little self-reflection part. Like, reflect on the actual things you have right now, the things you have in place. Look around you, like, look in your room. You know, I'm actually gonna grab a glass of water, right? Water. I have it, right? So why would I fucking complain about shit if I can sit here, drink water, talk to you guys, go downstairs, meet my family, say hi, connect with them, right? All the first stuff I have in place. Maybe you do too. But you have to be aware of it. You have to be grateful of it. If you aren't grateful, please leave the Discord and don't follow me. Block me, or I will block you. And the reason why I say it's so extreme is that people tend to, especially the Western society, at least this is what I believe, they tend to get caught up in so many different things. They tend to get caught up in all sorts of needs and all sorts of stuff that seems like so valuable to them, like cars, success, money, followers, all this shit. Meanwhile, it comes down to these basic factors. If you don't have these in place, you can make all the money you want in the world, but you will live shitty. You will burn out, you will become depressed, you will have moments where you're like, oh, I'm lost, burnt out, right? The concept of burning out, right? I personally don't believe in a burnout. I believe that there are there's a lot of amount of variables that have to come into place first, that you actually let control the burnout to an extent, and then you burn out. There's a certain trigger, and there are a lot of things that build up to a burnout. Let's see. It all comes down to self-work, definitely. Well, not only self-work. I'm not sure if you're still here, but not only self-work. What I mean is with you can definitely do a lot of self-work. I agree. You can work your ass off. But you have to understand. Let's say you are in a surrounding where you can't get a job. There are no jobs, right? Literally, and you have debt until hundreds of thousands of dollars. You are paying that off day by day. Your family isn't getting along. Your family isn't healthy. They're smoking. They're drinking. They're doing all this shit. Your government is corrupt. How the fuck do you make it, right? The struggle is so unreal. And I'm not sure how many of you guys listening to this right now have actually traveled to areas and to countries by yourself, not with your family, not with your friends, by yourself, to family or to countries that actually aren't well off, that are in a state of corruption and in a state of fuckedness. Like, please travel there. You will realize it for yourself how fucking well off you actually are. Like, being able to even attend this Discord call, right? Like, you're so much more well off than you think you are. And after the trip, after talking to Klaus, I'm not sure if you're here right now, Klaus, but I appreciate you, man. I hope you're gonna make a lot of money on Instagram so you can support your family, so you can use that money to actually live a better life. But by actually seeing it for yourself, and by actually having it in your physical surroundings instead of watching fucking movies all day and being sorry for people in a movie who are acting, go and live it. Go and experience it. You will become so different after that trip. And it's the same thing what happened to me with Albania. Like, even Albania itself, it's such a beautiful country, but there are so many different things that are making that country fucked. But also the way the wealth is distributed throughout the whole country. So the 1% actually, the 1% of the income is divided by most of the country, and then 99% is divided by like the two main capitals. And not a lot of tourists come there. All sorts of stuff is happening there, but it's crazy. You are damn right. Hi everyone. Thanks, Frosty Dog. I appreciate it, man. Like, for the people that joined late, I was actually talking about how grateful you actually have to be. Also about yourself, also about people around you, also by me being able to grab this drink of water and actually drink while I'm teaching other people about the freaking basics of life. Maslow pyramid, right? See? This tastes of gratefulness. Do you know how good that taste is? You know? Like, there are so many people out there that don't have shit, guys, that really don't have shit. Like, again, take a moment, look around you. Look around you, look at your phone, look at the surroundings you're in right now. If you don't want to do this, fuck off. If you do want to do this, stay and just look around yourself right now. Look at your phone, look at people around you. Just stand still for a moment. Don't go. Stand still with your mind, with the racing of your thoughts. Stand still and look around you and be like, fuck, man, I'm actually super well off. And I have these goals that I want to achieve, these ambitions, and for sure, go ahead, achieve them, go for them, right? You always have to progress, you always have to want to achieve things in life, and you always want to set goals and always want to expand the barrier of belief systems and of ceilings, of invisible ceilings you create for yourself. But if you don't even have the basic fundamentals which you're grateful for every fucking day, then don't do it. Literally, don't do it. Don't have these ambitions, because you will be so unhappy when you actually achieve them. You will be like, yeah, achieving, dopamine hit. And then you're like, 2 hours later, you feel depressed. A day after, you feel depressed. You're like, where do I go now? I have no direction in life. I have this and this and this, right? Also, what I just mentioned before, I personally do not believe in burnout, because The concept is just a label for a feeling that's been created by so many different things that have been put into place over a long period of time that then led a person to that certain moment where a certain trigger happened and they got burnt out. That's what I believe in. Please let me know your thoughts as well in the chat about a burnout. But that was basically my answer to your question, Flux. It was great in Albania. I'm gonna be sharing I'm gonna like be documenting the whole journey with Klaus, start till finish, like everything. It's gonna be in like a Notion document, also covering his tracks and tracking his performance and everything like that. Just like a typical client, but he isn't paying shit. He's paying with his time and with his energy. I live in Croatia, one of the most corrupted countries in the EU, but still it's better life quality than Albania. That's the thing, man. Like, don't go online right now and go on YouTube and find like YouTube videos about corruption in Croatia or corruption in Albania. Don't do that. Please just go there. Literally, take your bag right now, pack it tomorrow, and go there. Just go there for a few days. You don't have to be there for months, but just actually experience it. Experience the way corruption and the way in or unequal distribution of wealth actually looks like. Like, it's mad. I didn't even, to be honest, Frosty Dog, I didn't even know that Croatia was such a big corruption country. Let's see. I'll be joining as I get my affiliate payments probably in the upcoming week. Yeah, for sure, Flux. Like, there's no rush with people joining, but what I mean with saying that is even people listening to this on YouTube as well. The thing is that with investing in yourself, it's a really big thing, right? A lot of people like look at it in a way of, oh, you have to invest in yourself to get to the next level, invest, right? But you have to also keep it realistic for yourself. You can't be investing millions of dollars into coaching, for example, if you don't even make that amount yet. Of course, you can take a loan and whatever, and you can, take a risk. But the point here is that investing is good and bad. It has two sides. So investing into yourself will definitely allow you to get to a certain level, only if you invest into a person that's actually at the level that you want to get to, and if it makes sense for the level you're currently at to get to that next level, then yeah, for sure, go ahead, right? But if you, let's say, wait it off and you have to think about it and all this stuff, you don't actually want to do it bad enough, right? That's what we tell people who want to join our program as well. If you want to think about it and whatever, for sure, take all the time you need, but we probably do not want to work with you. And the reason being is because we want to also work with action takers, right? That's what a lot of people say, but for a lot of people it doesn't make sense. And what people mean with action takers is people who actually take action right now, which then also translates the way they look at certain things and the way they look at decisions, right? The way their beliefs work, the way they approach certain things, like for example, investments. And we personally do not want people to go into our program with thinking about it and to delaying a decision, because that's when you will create and instill that mindset of waiting and delaying. And then people actually ask themselves, why the fuck is my client success rate so low? Well, it's actually because you only let people in who want to think about everything their whole life and don't take action, right? Like, the thing is, an entrepreneurial route, and especially with coaching most of the time, especially in what I do, but maybe in different types of coachings as well, you actually have to do stuff, right? It's a combination of implementation and explanation-based content. But the point here is that you can't work with everyone. You can't work with people who have a pulse and a credit card and the money to pay for your program. You want to work with people that actually suit a certain amount of criteria, which then allows your program to actually achieve a super high level of success, which then also allows multiple people similar to those people who joined, like referrals, right? That's what it's called, to join your program again as well. So referrals are basically people who refer other people to your program. Let's say I'm a super highly motivated individual. I join Peter's program, John's program, and all these guys' program. Then I probably have 10 more of Alex's that are similar to me that I hang out with every day of my life. Of course, if I am not the person who wants to take action right now, if I don't have those traits, then I will probably not hang out with those people that are similar to me, right? Because you become who you hang around with. If you you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with, right? So if I, for example, hang out with all kinds of losers every day and want to drink, who want to party every single day of the week, then I will probably not take action the first time, which then means that it will show in the way you approach things as well, right? So it doesn't matter if you join the program or not. It matters more so of the reason why you didn't join, right? If the reason is, that you want to think about it, there is something wrong, right? If you want to join because you just simply do not have the money right now, right? And do not, I basically put like a really, really big emphasis on it, because if I, let's say, offered you a Lamborghini for $200 right now, or 1K or 10K, then you would come up with that money, right? That's kind of the process that you have to go through with the money part. So either you do not believe that you can achieve the things with the program, or the way the program is positioned and the way the program is translated to the person actually perceiving it on being on the call, they haven't actually grasped the full attention of the full program, right? They don't believe it, or the person who is communicating it, and the way it's positioned is actually totally wrong, and the communication is actually off, right? And I'm just going to be rambling on with some thoughts here to also give you some tips on the way you should think about your own program and the way you perceive and what type of clients you want, client success rate and such. But it starts at the basics, which means, who do you actually want to have in your program, right? Like, just think of people that could be even similar to you. What are the top 10 people that you would think of right now that are absolutely killers, that you would have no doubt that they would actually achieve success with your program or the thing you sell, right? Write down those 10 people. Then out of those 10 people, write down 10 traits that they have in common, that 10 traits of each person, right? Then out of those 100 traits, see how many people or how many traits are the same, right? You can even do this in Excel if you want to. And then out of those 100 traits, see which ones are in common. Then out of those most common ones, filter out the most common top 3 or top 5 ones, right? And that becomes your client requirements. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's how you can make client requirements, right? You can also base it off of yourself, but then, if you haven't even gone through your own program, if you haven't even gone through your own product or service and haven't achieved success yet, it's less likely that you will base really, really good traits. You will just think of, okay, what is Alex good at? What do I think Alex is good at? Blah, 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 blah. Instead of actually just, naming 10 people that could actually achieve a lot of success with your program or with the thing you sell. There's a paid part of the program is also, this is basically like a free call I do every single Wednesday. Last Wednesday I was on a trip. Last Wednesday before, it didn't go ahead because I was sick. But this Wednesday did go ahead, although I am pretty sick right now as well with my voice. Doesn't matter. But the point here is that I also have free stuff, basically this call, which I also share the recording of on YouTube every single Wednesday. If you go to my YouTube channel, let me just pull it up here. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see a shit ton of free videos, which would have been uploaded every single Wednesday. And you can watch back hours of content about Instagram theme page, about all the stuff that I've been talking about on this call right now as well. And it's all for free, right? Just to help you out, the exact steps to grow and monetize your page and whatever, like a lot of different videos. But the way you want to progress is first by probably looking at these videos, and then if you indeed want to join our program, we have a one-on-one program, we have a mastermind program, we have a group coaching program, we have a $50 a month program right now, which is probably going to go to $100 a month in the next week or so, and that's where we have a lot more in-depth stuff. So this is basically just surface level stuff, and then we have a lot more implementation based stuff with templates, sheets, and whatever made for you. Basically all the video modules that we put in our 2K program, when we sold the 2K program like a few months ago, we put all those video modules in the $50 a month one. So you're absolutely blown away by everything for just $50. Eventually $50 is going to become even more valuable, where we're going to partner with people, and it's going to be pretty insane, but I'm not going to blow you away with that just yet. And then this Discord server is literally just to connect with other people, just to feel, okay, I'm in here with these and these and these people, and also to share your wins, right? Like, and also ask for page reviews, monthly resources, share ebooks with each other, right? You guys can also share resources with each other, like ebooks. We actually have around 500 to 1,000 ebooks. But coming back to what you said before, with it all comes down to self-work, definitely agree to that to a certain point. But indeed, with a lot of things that you would have been given right now, right, like ebooks, all these videos, etc., indeed, it comes down to self-work. I can guarantee that if you go through every single video on my YouTube channel right now, that you will be more blown away by the free stuff than by a 1K course, $1,000 course. I will guarantee you that. Otherwise, I'll send you $100 if it isn't true. Let's see. I've optimized my page. Can you please check it out? Yeah, we'll do that in a second. My country is Bangladesh. It's also same. Yeah, exactly, man. Exact-fucking-ly, right? Like, I'm well off, right? Like, I'm happy. I'm completely fine with my current situation right now. I don't have shit to complain. If I complain, I'm like, Alex, are you seriously fucking complaining right now? Are you joking? Right? Like, with all the fucking opportunities I've been able to get to build up the shit that I've been able to build up online. Like, just understand that people are so fucked in the way of looking at things and approaching things. Meanwhile, they're so well off. And, you know, I'm getting frustrated by this right now, by actually telling it, just because I care so much for people that are in such a fucking shitty situation. Like, even with Klaus right now, I hope you're watching this video, man, but I'm gonna put all my effort into you to be able to achieve something online that will help you and your family. Even if it's one person that I can change their life for. All just through this, through the fucking internet, right? Like, do you understand or do you just try to get a grasp of the amount of impact you can actually have on someone's life? Besides the money, besides the 10k a month, besides the 5k a month, besides the million a month you want to make, right? Besides all your own egoistical goals that you want to achieve for yourself with big Lamborghinis and such bullshit. Just look at it from a human side, from a pure human standpoint. We are all focused on each other, right? We are all focused on each other. Money is just an object that gets passed around by people in exchange for a thing that I have that other people want, right? Money is nothing more than print, and that's it. And all you would need to do is build up a skill, build up a certain amount of knowledge in one specific area that will allow you to then sell or do something or provide something to add value to a company or a institution or a person or some sort of level of degree that you can get a certain amount of income back for, right? So either you provide more views, you can get people more views, more attention, more eyeballs, which would then lead all to more money. Literally the world, and this is the fucked part about it, is mostly primarily about money. If you just think about it, it's primarily just about money. Just look at, for example, Pfizer, right? Or all these medical institutions that made billions of dollars from an epidemic, right? Of fucking the C virus, right? I'm not gonna say because it's gonna be on YouTube, right? You know how bad the restrictions are in the government and the matrix and but the point here is that it's primarily about money, which I found super fucked. And people who are watching this video, and I hope I'm watching this video back in 10 years from now, hey Alex, in 10 years from now, that I've been able to make a change in the things I do and the time I invest into the things that I am building up, right? Like, if I, for example, have the privilege and have the opportunity to build something up right now, and maybe you do too, that can actually change other people's lives, then it's actually so fucked if I don't use that opportunity. If I don't use all the resources in my capability that I have right now to actually help other people. It would be so fucked for me to not do that. I would be such a bad human being. And the reason being is because you can for sure be focused on yourself. You can for sure make yourself comfortable and all this bullshit. But eventually, it all comes down to that simple thing, which is that humans are trying to help other humans. You have to have the basics in place. And if you can't have those basics in place, then I feel like, and I believe, you have an obligation to help other people put those basics in place. Even if I become a freaking president of a country or whatever, I will never go back on my word where I try to help people get out of a level 1 sociological, I don't know how you fucking pronounce it, but the first level of Maslow, right? Like, you know, it's absolutely crazy. It's not even, like, you can't even imagine it. I can't even grasp the full imagination of how fucking well off people are. And I can talk about this for years, man. Okay, man, I will start my ebook. Do you suggest a Patreon to create an exclusive income for an IG page ebook? I have no idea what you're on about, Walter. Please elaborate. I've optimized my Insta profile. Can you please check it out? Yeah, we'll do it in a second. I'm already blown away. Amazing lessons, learning a lot, just need more execution. Yeah, for sure, man. Drop like what you need in the chat right now, and I will cover it for sure on this call right now for you. Name the top. Everyone can do this right now as well, right? Just type it in. Type it in. What are the top 3 obstacles that are holding you back right now for achieving your next goal? And be fucking honest with yourself, like to the core, literally. If you're not doing your shit, you're not doing your shit. If you watched all the videos, good stuff. But where did it go wrong, right? Like, think, but be so honest with yourself here. Because otherwise you can't even help yourself. You can for sure. This is such a common thing with humans, right? They tend to be such victims in so many occasions, in situations where they're uncomfortable, where they have to confront themselves, right? They have to confront their own bullshit. I have it in my own fucking family. They're doing shit, right? With, for example, I don't know, drinking wine through the week, right? Like, it's alcohol, right? And I will never understand, even though I'm 50 or 60 years old, why people would fuck up their own body knowingly, being conscious of you fucking up your body during doing it, but meanwhile having a goal to become fit. Like, okay, also one more thing. Most of the Instagram marketers in my country are fake. For this we have to face problem to get a project. I don't know why they are doing this. They give fake followers, etc. Maximum works like unprofessional. Yeah, please stay away from all of that. Like, even if you know a person doing that, block them. Block. Become a block train. With the $15 monthly, can I make money in 1 month? Well, Walter, it's the same question you can ask yourself. Do you believe you can actually make money with the information I provided with you on YouTube? And it's not 15, it's indeed $50 a month. What's the best way to get out the pyramid scheme of creating a program, teaching about how to make a program? Just don't do it, man. Like, don't do it. Like, ask them. Let's say you're in a program that's actually teaching you to build another program. Ask them, why are they teaching you that? And are there any specific other ways to go for, right? Like, on the Instagram, you have so many different ways to make money. I'll actually try to pull up a few here. Start selling. This is like basic stuff I actually shared in one of the free programs as well. Let's see. Yeah, 3 pillars of your offer: community, support, value. Actually, I'm gonna zoom in a little more. So routes of you choosing with your theme page, right? You can do promotions. Obviously, this only can apply to you when you are at a certain stage with your own page where people actually want to pay you for promotions. Then affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is obviously where you go onto a website like Shopify, ClickBank, Digistore24. You have so many affiliate websites. It's literally impossible for you to not find a product. Then you go on the website, you find a link, you make sure that the thing you're actually selling is related to the audience you've been able to build up with your theme page. If you do not have an audience yet of at least 4 or 5, even 3K people, and you have decent engagement, don't start selling shit. If you do have a decent amount of people that follow you, if you do have a decent amount of people that engage with your content throughout the weeks, the next weeks as well, then yeah, like, find a product, put it on your page, start selling. And selling doesn't only mean promoting a simple link. It also means having conversations with people, having calls like this, right? Principle of sales: authority, credibility, trust, know-how, relatability. Authority itself, right? If you don't have some sort of way to display authority in the thing you do, right? Let's say you have a affiliate offer about gym fitness stuff, right? Then what you would want to do is promote the results that people have been able to get from the affiliate offer, right? You would actually want to like send the person that hosts that program a message or an email with like, hey, do you have results? Do you have stuff I can share on my page to actually sell the thing you know made better, so you can get more sales, I can get more sales, blah blah blah. And then authority is something you can basically like show in the way you display yourself, the way you display your own profile, but especially the way you display also testimonials. Credibility is something that you primarily also get through results and testimonials. Trust is basically through showing your face and also showing journeys of people that have been going through the product or service you're basically selling. But the main core thing here is that it actually suits to your own product market fit. And a product market fit basically means that you have to make sure that the audience you have right now on Instagram actually is suited to the product or service you're selling. 9 out of 10 times it isn't. Like, you might think it is, but it actually isn't. Then know-how in terms of like you knowing what you're actually selling, right? If you're selling a fitness program, you have to actually have a basic understanding of fitness, or you want the person who made the product to actually teach you that stuff, because then you can also display it in the conversations you have with people in the DM or on a call. Relatability is super important, especially with the client avatar. A client avatar is like what I just mentioned before with like the beginning of the call, with what does the ideal client for you look like, right? What does the person look like in the way of the habits, where they hang out, what they do, what they like, what they dislike, all that stuff. And relatability is more so that you can actually relate to the person because you understand who they are, what they do, what they believe, where they're at, all that stuff, right? So, yeah, let's see some questions. Consistency, putting time, feeling I don't enough or need to know everything to do more has been most blocking thing. Yeah, bit monkey. Go to my YouTube, type in this link, also atconsulting.net/programs. Fill in this simple questionnaire, like all these points. I will promise you that I won't call you random in the middle of the night. I will drop the link in the chat. Sign up for our free program that basically has explanations about all of this and also gives you access to all of these sheets. It's a free program and it gives you basically the basics of starting an Instagram page, what it kind of looks like, cold DMs, hot DMs, etc., etc., etc. And these are literally the simplest things that you need to actually get started with your own theme page. Like, it's impossible for you to not make money if you're in the free program. And I'm not saying that to like just to say that, but you have everything you need. The only thing you would need is find a really good product or service, which is also dependent on the audience, etc., etc. But the goal with these calls is that you actually bring back really, really key questions according to your situation back to the call so we can cover them and I can post them on YouTube. Alex, my age is 22. I want to be the best Instagram marketing and coach within recent years. Is it possible? Currently, I have no PCI. I would ask yourself why you actually want to be the best marketer and coach on Instagram. And if you do, start out low or start out nationally in your own country, just because it will be pretty hard to break through from a country like, for example, you said you were from Bangladesh, I think. Yeah, it would be pretty hard to break through from a country like Bangladesh as an Instagram coach, because there are so many coaches out there that are coaching shit, but you know, yeah, you get the point. I would start out nationally, and I would mainly ask yourself, like, why do you actually want to become an Instagram marketer? Like, the true why, right? So also study this topic. I'm just giving you guys all homework here. 5 levels of why. Study this, right? I actually discussed this topic like recently with one of my clients. 5 levels of why, right? This stuff. Let's actually see if I can copy paste it in the chat. Yep, I can. Because 9 out of 10 times, the first reason level of why isn't the primary reason why you don't do your shit. Let's see, Flux. What's the website name, Alex? You're uploading these stuffs, and also I also have to upload some stuff for my audience. It's called Notion. It's just kind of similar to Google Docs, but you can also do it in Google Docs. If you believe that you can make it, then you'll surely make it. Well, Flux, yes and no. Like, there's a fine line between being foolish and being having a good belief system, and especially believing in yourself. But as I said, I'm not saying that it is impossible for you to do it, Tanjit, I think. But I'm just saying it's incredibly hard just because you're from a top World War country. Plus, the amount of people that are already Instagram marketeers and coaches, you have to really differentiate yourself in a really, really good way. But I believe that indeed what Flux said is true to an extent. If you really, really want to really, really do it, first understand those levels of why. which would then gain you and unlock you a new level of motivation, direction, and inspiration from the thing you do and for the thing you want to achieve with this, because you actually have a deeper level of why besides making money or support for family or whatever those basic reasons are. Not to be rude, but basic reasons. Usually there's such a big underlying why for a lot of people that they don't even discover because they're super scared. Same thing with me, right? Like, my underlying why wasn't what I expected before. Let's see, I'm looking to do account management for businesses, but what's the best way to reach out to businesses and find them? Cool. Good question. I have the sheet for it, but it's actually in a paid program, so legally I can't share it. But in terms of the best way to reach out to businesses, it's kind of similar as all of this, right? Figure out your platform, figure out where are the people at that you want to reach, what type of service do you provide, and what issues do you solve, and how expensive are those issues, right? Like, if you are, for example, solving $1 million problems, then you are worth $1 million social media management or account management, what you're doing. But typically, you can charge between 400 to 1200 a month by managing socials for a company, posting once a day, so 30 a month or so, engaging with people, growing the audience, and providing a social planner, maybe doing some extra things like making a website or such. But that's what I would do. We can't get that this is just for him and app name Notion like notes. Yeah, the thing is, Frosty Dog, this is all for you as well. Like, this is the free stuff. Like, these are basic things. This is basically the fundamentals program we have. There's around 400 people in it right now that are also came from the Discord. But if you click on that link, atconsulting.net/programs, you would get an email, which would then give you access to all of this. So also a daily workflow, daily analysis framework, what you need to do. Then, let's see, be unique or be average. We have even more, like, for example, I think we have a different weekly workflow, understand the algorithm. Yeah, growth strategies. We have create your page. I think we also have theme page explanation. Yeah, competitor list, choose your niche. Let's see. Any other question? I'm your student, so believe that I can. Go for it, man. Tanjit, if you want to do it, but start out nationally. Really understand what you can actually offer people and why you are such a different person than other people. And if you, for example, don't have the knowledge yet to provide to other people or to help people, then be real with yourself and actually start building up stuff, right? Scope my entire YouTube channel for the next 7 days. Take millions of notes, ask questions in the Discord, and go on YouTube and start learning, man. Start learning. Start consuming at least like 100 videos per week, like hardcore stuff, like grind. Because the thing is, education right now is kind of like less information based but more implementation based. The things that are going to be adding the most value in the next century are more so implementation based things, but also done for you and speed, right? The people who actually can solve problems with the most amount of speed, with the most amount of implementation based knowledge, are going to be the winners of the next century or next generation, because it's not depending on information anymore. Information is like gone, right? Of course, it's cool to have information in your brain. That's the goal, right? But the thing is, access to information isn't the thing anymore. You have everything you need. You have ChatGPT literally right now. Let's look at AI, right? I'll ask them a question. What are the top 5 sales books that are being shared with people who attend Harvard? Well, then we can do this. What are the 5 sales books that are that Harvard students have to learn? Well, spin selling, then we can make it workbooks. I also did this with sales development playbook, blah 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 blah, ultimate sales machine, all kinds of cool stuff. But you can also type in what are the psychology books or workbooks that are shared at Harvard. You have to ask the question differently, because I have a whole list of Harvard books for myself. What are the workbooks that Harvard students have to learn? Fucking bitch. You have to try and ask these questions really, really good. Because as you can see, we have a few really, really good books as well. Let's see, this one. Let's see if this one is good. Well, this is obviously one of the books, but we want to have like a workbook type of thing. I think I already watched this one. Watched the video. So yeah, you can basically like learn all of this, right? You can take notes for the next 49 minutes. Harvard sales books. Book. If you search well enough on the internet and join Discord groups, I will guarantee that you will find Harvard curriculum books online as a PDF. No, don't do this. Let's see, this one maybe. Oh, well, we have this one. Well, take notes, guys. Sales and marketing, right? Well, selling and this, 500 pages. Do you understand how easy it is to access information? Development, the sales strategies, consumer behavior, right? Let's look at one of the topics. Consumer product markets. Age, sex, income, social class. Boom, 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 boom. This is all stuff you can use for your own offer. Yeah, but rich dad, poor dad is the basics of basics. I don't want to be rude, but this is like key stuff. The marketing mix, right? This is all shit that I got taught in my fucking like university I was in, right? Product, this is in this product life cycle, introduction, growth, maturity, decline. Here, let's take this example, right, guys? I want to show you something. Where was it? It was in one of these video modules. No, not this one. Yeah, here, the curve. Introduction. Let's see how coincidental this is. Introduction, growth, maturity, stabilization, and decline. Introduction, growth, maturity, stabilization, or decline. And this is the thing. This is in sales and product, the product life cycle. But it's the same thing in an Instagram theme page. Now, understand everything about each stage. I'll actually drop the link to this PDF in the chat as well, so you guys can learn something. But the thing is, you don't need a course. You don't need the next best thing. You need people who have super, super specific information that are going to get you to from A to B in a matter of months or weeks or days or hours. Same thing in all of this, guys. This is gold stuff. All for free. One big ass PDF. And then imagine if you search the internet for a few hours and just collect information for a few hours. Imagine what you can stumble upon. This is stuff that people still use on a day-to-day basis on Instagram, social media, etc., in everyday businesses. But the thing is, it's how you apply it, right? So the point here is that when you learn, you want to implement. It's all a combination of learning and doing, right? Theory and implementation. That's it. So yeah, I hope this all makes sense. But this is really, really cool stuff, if you ask me. I mean, might even go through this stuff as well. Let's see what it's called. Sales and sales management. Selling and sales management. Cool. Pearson Education. Well, I won't drop the link in the chat anymore, because I'm not sure if it's good for copyright, but it's on the internet, and that was the main goal of it. I am not promoting this blah 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 because I don't want to get in trouble, but you get the point. Let's see. For example, this workbook, blah blah blah. You can get so much more on the internet than you think. Let's see. Yeah, we'll analyze pages now. It's been enough blabbering. Would you recommend cold emails or DMs for account management? Both is good. Start out with doing it for free for people, then display all the results, all the testimonials, journey A to B to C, everything. Yeah, let's say I start out with you as a client right now. Do it for free. Do it for a month for free, 2 months for free. Document every single day. Document what you did, how you did it. Share it on YouTube. Make YouTube videos. Output. Share it in your highlights. Make a personal brand. Then reach out to 50 more people that are exactly similar to me. And then if you got really good results from me, ask me, Alex, I want referrals from you. And then I will say, man, you got such good results. I will give you 5 referrals right now that you can charge 100, 200, 500 bucks a month for. But it's all about how much you actually want to do to get to the point of being able to make money from something. Yeah, as I said last time, Tanjeet, you have to change your post style up. Like this style isn't what I would do in terms of font. Like, it's all over the place. Please go back to one of the video modules or one of the replays where we analyze your page, because I'm not going to do it again. Because it's pretty similar to before. And also do this. Use how do you say that? Subtitles from CapCut. Let's see. Yeah, Tanjit, like, don't worry. Go back to one of the last video things, but your bio and everything looks good. But just share more of the journey. Share, like, I'm not gonna repeat it because we already covered like a lot in here. Flux, how much are you generating right now per month? With the interaction method, pull method, how would you go about it instead of going blindly on any post engagers? Go to your competitors, right? You first make a competitor list of people that you want to be like and are similar to what you want to look like. Then what you want to do is grab those people, go to those followers, go to the most recent likes, comments, etc., and engage with those people. Well, Flux, we actually built a software recently for 300 bucks a month. If you want to talk about it, we can set up some sort of automated DM process where the only thing you have to do is send a message to person or to people in here, to all the comments, and that's what you only have to do. but I can imagine that you get a lot of DMs, but I feel like we can automate like 99% of all of this shit for you. But it is gonna cost you $300 a month. But we do set it up for you. It's actually not like we're not selling it to any theme page related stuff, but if you get like a shit ton of DMs, it will still work because we set up automated DMs. But overall, this looks good. I'd say start continuing what you do, and indeed post more about yourself, post more about your face, but start doing daily stories. Like, people want to see you, man. People want to see you. Can you review mine? Yeah, for sure, George. George from the jungle. Welcome to Wi-Fi.air. I love the smell of Wi-Fi. Reels. Yeah, continuing doing those rule type of things. Rule number. Yeah, start implementing more of those. Yeah, that's about it. Anyone else wants their page analyzed while we're still here, or drop a few questions because we're gonna end this in a few minutes. Can you analyze my page? Well, if I don't mind, my views are pretty low. Sounds good, my man. Jeez, man, I have this freaking scratch here. Ugh. You switched the fonts a lot in the last few days. I would have sticked with this one. You can still switch back if you want to. Yeah, I would switch back if I were you. And then indeed do more rule numbers, something, promote more car type of things, and you can also do controversial topics if you want to, because that's what you posted before and that's also what worked. But your page is kind of like a mix of everything. First you started out with subtitle reels, like this stuff, but then you switched it to original content, which usually takes about a month to adjust. So even the last videos that did bad, you still have to adjust, but like this stuff will probably work. Yeah, I'd say your page is mostly controversial stuff. Like if you continue posting that stuff, is fine. Also with the you probably all saw the video with like I wanted to become a racer, now I turn out to be a racist, or something like that. That one absolutely blew up. But that kind of creativity is what you need to you know, get viral videos, especially in like your niche, because everyone does the same shit. Okay, any last questions, because I'm gonna head out. Do you have any free resources for account management? I'm part of the 50 a month. Yeah, but like what I mentioned before with like the account management stuff, it's basically in our new program, which is like 4 or 5K right now. And it's basically done for you offers and all kinds of stuff. But in terms of the 50-month one, go through in the entire video module program first, and then after that, make your own offer, get 5 free clients, over deliver them in results for 2 months, then come back to me, and then we'll talk about, how to sell and how to continue from there, and how to set up a cool DMing strategy. Do something for free for a couple of people for 2 months, over deliver, over promise, overdo. Document the entire journey on YouTube, in a Notion document, in a Google Doc, whatever. Per client, have one document for one specific client. Document everything in there, start to finish, what you did, how you did it, what results we got, screenshots, video testimonials, like every little single thing. Let's say the business went from 10K to 100K in a month, or in the 2 months you were account managing. Then you can use that slogan. How I helped a business go from 10K to 100K with account management in 2 months. And of course, if they are used something completely different to go from A to B with those numbers, don't use it. But typically they would have used their account, which the results probably correlate with what you did. That's what I would do if I were you. Build up your clientele, build up your portfolio, and then from there it's going to be easy peasy to get $500 a month for one client. Like, you can also do the speed version, but speed version is more outreach, and it's more no, never mind. I wouldn't do it. I would just stick to getting a few free clients. What I did with one of my mentees right now, who's in the 4 or 5K program, they basically got 4 or 3, well, around 7 opportunities, but 3 or 4 clients for account management within a day of talking with him, that he wanted to switch to it. So I got him like 4 or 5 clients to work with him. So he's making like 1K or something, 2K, 3K a month right now from account management. And he, quit his 9 to 5 and whatever. But the point here is that he was talking about, him earning shit in the current job he was in and all kinds of different things. And I didn't even know about it. So I was like, you're not going to be working your ass off for 40 hours a week for $200 or $300 a month. Like, I can guarantee that I will get you a client in the next hours after our chat. Then I got him a few clients, and then he started. But he already had like a whole list of clients that he worked with before. Should I just go for local businesses on Google to work with? That's up to you. Who do you want to work with? Who are your ideal clients? What is the market you want to go into? That's really just up to you. Like, choose one of these. Which one resonates more with your why? Start doing the exercise 5 levels of why that we did in the chat that I sent through as a screenshot. Do those and then see which ones resonate more with yourself. Because you do not want to be working for something or someone that you do not resonate with, and especially do not care about. So yeah, hope you guys have a good one. Was a pretty good call. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And didn't even see you guys there, but what's up, Armin, and what's up, Kimmy? Good to see you guys. You missed the beginning of the call, so I would just recommend you to watch back the recording on YouTube, and I'm gonna be putting it on right now as we speak as well. So yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll see you next Wednesday. I am gonna be traveling again on the week after, so not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. So we'll see if the call is actually being able to go ahead then. But yeah, I hope you guys have a really good next weeks as well. Hope you crush it. And if you have questions, let me know in the Discord community. Join the free program as well, shown in the chat above. And you obviously can watch back all the videos that we ever recorded for free on my YouTube channel. And I'll quickly link it in the chat as well for you guys to have it there. Let's see. Here it is. And yeah, have a good one, guys. Have a good evening. I'll speak to you soon. And the replay is going to be online. The 1 or 1.5 hour replay of this call is going to be online in just a few moments. Have a good one, guys. Bye.